Hey there and welcome back to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Chibi Soul from Soul Eater. So we start with the eyelids. I'm going to draw the eyelids turned this way in an angle. So starting from the left, we're going to start on the outside going up towards the center. From here I'm going to tuck the eyeball underneath this line. So starting on the end, I'm going to leave a little overlap. Draw a half circle going in. So again, I'm leaving a little overlap on the inside. We're going to draw a little pupil on the inside here. So a smaller half circle tucked in underneath. From here I'm going to take this line and draw an angle going in the opposite direction, going up. From here we're going to draw a little double eyelid. So right here, it's going to draw an angled line going up this way. Let's take that and draw the exact same thing on the right side. Starting from the inside this time, we're going to draw an angled line going to the outside. To right about there. And we're going to draw the eyeball tucked in underneath the eyelid. So right here, draw a half circle going up. And then we'll draw the pupil, so a smaller half circle inside. We're going to draw an angled line from the center going up, and then a double eyelid. Right here, we're just going to draw an angled line coming down this way. From here, let's draw in the headband edge. So on the bottom here, we're going to have to draw this in first because it overlaps on top of the hair. So just outside of the eye, we're going to draw a curve going above the eyelids. Curving across like that. From here, we're going to draw in the nose. So right in between the eyes, I'm going to draw sort of like an inverted V shape. So from the end here, curving up and curve down on the right side. We'll draw the hairband on top of the center of the face here. So starting underneath this headband, draw a curve going towards the nose, and a curve back up with a short line. And then we're going to go inside this little gap between the nose and the eye. Curving down, and then from here I'm going to curve up and tuck that in underneath the headband. From here, let's draw on the side here. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve flaring out. From here, I'm going to go up with a curve, and then coming out again. From this point, I want to make my way up to this point in the headband with a curve, like that. Let's do the same thing on this side, but this side I'm just going to draw one point. So right here, I'll draw a curve going out, and then on this end, I'll just curve down to that point there. From here, let's draw in the mouth. So I'm going to start with a big angled line. So he's got a pretty big mouth, so starting from the end here underneath this eye, I'm going to go up towards the right side, up towards the eye. From here I'm going to draw a little bracket, so curve like this. Now from this point, I'm going to make my way to that point with a curve. Going across and back up. We'll draw in some teeth, so it's just a series of little zigzags going up from the center of the mouth, going up like this. From here, now we can draw in the bottom of the face. So I want to draw the chin pretty small, so we're just going to draw it to about here. So just underneath, I'm going to take this point in the headband to that point. I'm going to imagine a sort of a half circle going around this way, tucked in underneath the hair. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve going underneath the chin, and then make my way back up to the right side. From here, let's draw in the hair in behind. So right here, I'm just going to leave a gap between this hair and the hair on the bottom here. Draw a curve going down, curve going back up. We'll do it one more time, coming down, and then tucking that in underneath the chin. Let's do the same thing on this side. So starting up here, we'll curve down, curve back up, curve down, and then we'll tuck that in underneath the chin. Let's put a couple of ears on the side, just tucked in behind the hair. So from this point, I'm going to drop down just a little bit and just draw a little curve like that. On the inside, we're just going to draw a little curve for some inner ear detail. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So curving around the ear, and then that little inner ear detail. From here, let's draw the sides of the headband. So from this point, I'm just going to curve up. So the lines sort of bow outwards this way. Now before we draw the top, we're going to have to draw that little badge in the center here. So it's basically a big circle. Starting from the top, come around towards the bottom, then back up to the top. From here, let's draw in the lips. So just below the top of the circle here, I'm going to draw a little point. From here, I'm going to curve up and then down to the side of the mouth. We'll do the same thing on the right side. I'm going to take those 2 points and connect them with a curve, going up and then down. We'll take those 2 points again. Now I'm going to draw a curve going to the bottom of the lip, back up. Now we're going to draw another curve, but a little bit shallower, up from point to point. And then across here, we're going to draw some teeth. Starting on the left side, I'm going to go straight across first. And then I'm just going to draw a series of little zigzags, and then just draw a straight line to the end on the right. We're going to draw the words eat on one side. So the E is actually turned 90 degrees. So we're going to start on the end, draw an E. The A is straight, so we'll just draw an A here. And then the T is also turned counterclockwise this way. Now let's take those 2 points on the end of the headband and connect them with a curve going behind that badge. So starting on the left, curve up in the middle, behind the badge, and we'll bring that down on the right side. And here he's got this little patch that says his name, Soul. So we start with a square, almost like an angled square this way. Starting up here, I'm going to draw an angled line this way. And at the top, right about here, I'll draw an angled line. We'll connect that point to that point with a curve. We'll do the same thing for the bottom, so curving this across like that. Inside here, we're just going to start by drawing the word soul. So I'm just making sure we leave enough space on the outside. I'll write the words soul. And then I'm going to go back and thicken this up with my Sharpie. So I'm just going to go around and make it a little bit thicker all the way around. That. And then if you want, you can trim this out as well. So on the outside of this square, I'm just going to make it a little bit thicker. So just following the outside perimeter, tucking that in underneath the headband, going across like that. From here, let's draw on the hair on top. So on the left side, I'm going to step in a little bit and draw the top of the head. So it's going to come up to about here. And then as I get to the top, I'm going to flick this up on the end. So right here, curve up to the top. Now from here, I'm going to flick this up like that. We're going to bring this back down with a curve, and then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to curve out towards the right, and we'll come back into right about there. Now this part of the hair gets tucked in behind the headband. So from this point, I'm going to curve down and curve this in behind the headband there. Okay, so we got the head. Let's get into the body. So we're going to start with the collar first. So in the middle here, on the left, I'm just going to draw a curve down the center. We'll do the exact opposite on the right side, so curving down. Now I want to work my way up along both sides with these little curves, so half circles, going this way, up, and then just tuck this in underneath the chin. Do the same thing on the right side. And then along the middle there's this little trim, so I'm going to start on the side here and draw a half circle going from left to right. From here we're going to have to draw on the arms because I'm going to have the hands inside his jacket pocket. So on the side here, right where this collar meets the head, I'm going to curve out towards the elbow. Let's do the same thing on the right side. And I always find it easiest to work my way from left to right as I go, just to help balance things out. From the elbows, I'm going to curve in towards the pockets. So right here, I'll curve in, like that. Now with all my chibis, I always make the body about the same height as the head. So I just want to be mindful of the size ratio. So from here, the feet would be here. So from the chin to the feet, about halfway is where the waist would be. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I just be mindful of that line. From here, I'm going to overlap the end of this arm with a long curve like this. We're going to do that on both sides. Now from here, I'm going to step down a little bit, just draw an angled line going up for the tops of the arm. And then halfway between this line, right here, I'm going to curve up underneath the collar. So this is for the sides of the jacket. And for the pocket, I just want to trim this out. So drawing 2 short lines coming out from the tips, and then closing it off. Do the same thing for the right side, coming around. Now these lines are going to come down to the waistline, so I want to continue this down with 2 short curves on either side, just beside the pocket. From here, I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve, going down in the middle and then back up on the right. And then down here, I'm going to draw a series of buttons. So underneath this collar, I'm going to start this with a curve, and then 3 little buttons down the middle. On the side chest here, he's got this little insignia. So I'm going to start by drawing an angled line, take that point and make my way to the top with a little swirl like that. Alright, now let's draw in the belt of the jacket. So over here, the jacket's going to overlap on top of the belt. So I'm going to step in on the left side, draw a curve coming down the middle, and then back up on the right side. So there's a little bit of overhang on both sides. In the middle, I'm going to draw 2 lines down for the button. And then in the middle here, I'm going to draw the lower torso. So drawing a curve from left to right. Now we're going to work our way down towards the feet. So on the inside of the leg, on the right, I'm going to step in a little bit and just draw a curve down towards the heel. On the left, I will do the same thing. So they're equal length lines. These I'm going to draw on the bottom of the feet. So from heel to toe, I'm going to draw a curve. Equal length on both sides. From here, I'm going to take this toe, draw a half circle, make my way to that heel, but I'm not going to close it off at the end. I'm going to come up to the top of the foot, and as I get to the bottom here, I'm going to go in the opposite direction to the inside part of the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right. So starting on the inside this time, curving up, and then rounding out the top of the foot to the toe. From this hip, I'm going to take this point and just draw a curve coming to the top of the feet on both sides like this. Let's draw in some detail for the shoes. So I'm going to start with the sole, just a curve following that same line on the bottom of the feet. I'm going to draw a toe cap. So from up here, just drawing a curve to that sole. Do the same thing on both sides. And then we're going to just trim out the front. So up here, I'm just going to draw a little curve in the toe cap area. And then I'm just going to draw a series of zigzags from left to right, going across like that. This. And one final thing, I want to give him some eye bags. So starting on the inside here, I'm just going to draw a curve coming down underneath the eye just to make them look a little bit tired. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chibi Soul from Soul Eater. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and make sure you check out our Chibi playlist. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.